We have an insane amount of food to process from the garden today, and I'm really not looking forward to it. I mean, we have a bunch of tomatoes, we have parsley, we have green tomatoes that we either accidentally pulled off the vine while we were pruning, or this, that, or the next. They're here. We have a bunch of red tomatoes to core. I mean, we just have so much to do. We're probably going to be in the kitchen for the rest of the day. We also have a ton of onions downstairs we need to chop and get in the freezer, and we also have the other half of our potato harvest downstairs that we need to bring up and wash and turn into fries and breakfast potatoes and this, that, everything. Everything needs done all at once, and we're overwhelmed. So I'm going to start with the easiest tasks first, which is probably going to involve the tomatoes, coring them out, putting them in the freezer. So we've been purposely pulling our tomatoes back there before they're fully ripe, for a couple reasons. One, it avoids the cracking. We don't want them to crack on the vine back there. We don't want bugs to get in. So we pull them when they're about this color, maybe a little bit less sometimes, maybe a little bit more, whenever we decide to, whenever we're able to get back there. If we see a tomato that is slightly blemished, we pull. And then we bring it inside and we leave them right here on the counter. And all of these tomatoes looked just like this a few days ago. So they do ripen quite well. We put them upside down. I'm not exactly sure why. Epic Gardening said to do that, so that's what I'm doing. The guy knows what he's talking about. So I'm gonna core my tomatoes and then save all the extras for my chickens and get this out of the way. I also decided to save my tomato processing day till I had a ton of tomatoes, to where I'm not doing this multiple different days making all of my sauces. So far all of my tomatoes have been going in the freezer bags and getting frozen for later processing. And look how big this tomato is. This tomato is 1.7 pounds. It's crazy. It's huge. We are in no way, shape, or form pros of any kind. I have been saying that a ton lately because it's true. We are just a couple of normal people who wanted to start growing their own food, feed our family healthier food, have a healthy hobby to get into, and we have been loving it so far. It is very exhausting, I will admit. If you don't like being outside, probably not a good hobby for you. These are Hungarian heart tomatoes. They're a real good sauce making variety, a good heirloom variety, good for canning. We're gonna save the seeds and try to grow our tomatoes from our own seeds next year. They can grow up to a pound each, as I think I demonstrated with my 1.7 pound tomato over here that I'm saving for last because I'm going to be so sad to see it go. Very little seeds inside of these. I already have 13 pounds in the freezer, so after today I should have at least 20. I mean, with another 10 pounds in that basket there behind me that needs to ripen up. We don't want anything to be going to waste around here, so all of these cores that I'm pulling out, we are going to feed straight back to our chickens. I know it's stupid, but I really am sad to cut this one up. It is just the biggest tomato we got. I don't know why I did that. I'm just sad to see this one go. Like, those two alone almost take up the entire bag. I definitely need to figure out what I'm doing with all my freezer stuff too, because my freezer is full of stuff from the garden and scraps and a bunch of stuff that I really do need to figure it out. My day is already feeling less heavy and I only have one task out of the way. I did pull one purple onion today that I'm gonna use in my salsa verde thing I'm making with my green tomatoes. So I am gonna just wash off these tops and throw them in my egg topping bag I have in my freezer. In that bag I have things like green peppers, herbs, and green onions that I pulled from the garden. Now I gotta take out all the tomatoes I just harvested today and put them back in the tomato ripening spot on my counter. Upside down too, for unknown reasons to me. Unknown reasons to me. If you know why you're supposed to put them upside down, let the people know in the comments. Two things are about to happen. I'm about to go give my chickens all of my tomato scraps, and then I am going to pull up all of my small onions I have downstairs, all the onions that are not gonna store that well. I'm gonna wash them, peel them, chop them all up, and then save some for some of the salsa verde I'm making today. And then I'm gonna freeze the rest of them because they're not gonna store very well, so there's no point in not doing anything with them. I grew them, I wanna save them for some uses around my house. Like, I already looked it up. If I dice them and freeze them, they're gonna be perfectly fine to use in all of my ketchup, my marinara sauces, my pizza sauces. I mean, my tomatoes are starting to ripen a couple like every other day, so a sauce making video is right around the corner for me. This is my egg topping bag full of green peppers, herbs, and green onions from the garden. Anytime I'm making myself scrambled eggs, I always take a handful and throw them in the pan too, because spice up your eggs, you know. Fried eggs and scrambled eggs plain just get so boring so fast. It's been raining nonstop down here in Ohio, and I can't even tell you how much I love the rain. The smell, it's so peaceful. I love sitting out on my porch when it rains, and it's just so good. So good. Oh, here's a little froggy. I saw it jump. They're waiting for their snacks. They're waiting for me. I don't know why, I just love giving my chickens scraps from the kitchen. It just makes me feel like I'm not wasting anything, and they love going after everything I give them. Makes me feel good. These are all the onions I'm gonna slice up today, all the small ones. We've been keeping them here in my garage. Big ones are hanging up upstairs in my great room. These ones just aren't gonna store good at all, so I'm gonna chop them up so they don't go to waste. All of these purple onions I just brought up, I'm gonna keep separate and keep them aside because the salsa verde recipe that I'm gonna do today does call for, I think, 2 cups of red onions. And if I call them purple onions, you know what I'm talking about. We pulled these onions up earlier in the week, so most of the tops are going limp and gross, and I'm not gonna save them, but I am gonna go through each set. If there are any bits that I can save off of these and chop up into my egg topping bag, I am gonna do that. So onion tops go into the chickens. Just pulled out all the good ones I'm gonna wash and chop. Yeah. Put all the ones you want me to look at to the side. Now I know this is going to come as a surprise to the people who know who I am, but I keep a freezer bag full of veggie scraps in my freezer that I use to make my homemade bone broths with. So all of the tops that I just cut off my onions are going into this bag, and I'm just going to dump the whole bag into my crock pot next time I make homemade bone broth. There's a use for everything. These purple onions are just so freaking pretty. We are gonna flash freeze these onions in a single layer in the freezer so they don't all stick together once they're in their own freezer bag. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flash freeze them. And these just smell, I mean, they smell so good. I love onions. So yeah, we're gonna flash freeze these for 2 or 3 hours and then put them in their own freezer bag. Here are those same tomatoes like 2 days later. All nice and red and ripe. Ready for freezer bags. Another 2 bags going in the freezer. We got 2 bags of chopped onions. Had a little bit more. Mama Bear took some home with her today. Now let's go make some salsa verde. We're doing the salsa verde recipe out of this ball book. So this recipe calls for a variety of different things. Half of it's coming straight from our garden back there. It calls for some green chopped tomatoes, calls for some ground cumin, however you say it, some garlic, cilantro, which we did not grow. I was not a fan of it last year, so we just skipped it this year. Some lime juice, some red onion, jalapenos, and then we went and bought these habanero peppers also to throw in, and some salt and pepper. So let's get everything chopped up and ready to go. And oregano. Will is in the back getting oregano from the garden right now. And he did ask if he could cut stuff up, so he'll be featured here shortly. Why? You don't want to be featured? Well, your hair always looks good. Stop. What? Yeah, no, let's do 5 of these. Possibly. We are gonna blanch these for 1 minute to where the skins are easier to peel off the tomatoes. Well, that was a ton of work chopping, peeling these green tomatoes, and I'm hoping we have 7 cups because that's what the recipe calls for. We are using lime juice out of a bottle for this recipe. Okay.
Why do you make it?
A salsa.
Eat salsa.
You'll like it if you tried it.
No, I don't like salsa. Dad.
Good chance I'm gonna need a bigger pot for this. All right, we're just trusting the process at this point. It's already looking better.